How you gonna afford that? You just gonna give away money and shit?
Well, I mean, I'm trying to give us more viewers. You have to have sometimes a gimmick to do
Yeah,
it.
giveaways.
You can do
And-
like we do this. We're doing this contest, and I don't think anybody's ever actually noticed yet. But on the other one, the smoke jam,
Yeah.
if you put in your you go in, you put Eastern like the different awards, so Player of the Year, so on and so forth for basketball in the comments, and you at the end of the year, your teams and your picks are right, you get a gram of weed sent to you
Okay.
for each pick that's right.
Okay.
What do you pick?
Different categories.
top
First,
scores
top
of the
seed,
league?
Yeah, all that shit,
top
yeah.
seed in the East, top seed in the West
Oh,
for
for playoffs?
basketball. No, just like the best team in the West, so the number one team in the West at the
For
end of
that
the
week?
For the
the
season.
The season.
And then you got the MVP, the
How do I
defense.
get in, man?
You just go to the
I'm gonna pick the worst team, like the Pistons.
you go to Smoke Jam and you sign up, or you just like, subscribe, and
How are the Pistons doing anyway?
they won yesterday, the other day.
It's only been a
Their
couple of
record is
games.
Like 500 or something?
It's only
No,
been
they-
2 games.
They're
two?
first place in the East right now.
Oh, it's only
Yeah, but they've only
No,
played
they've
2
played
games.
one game.
It's only one game.
They've only played one
I
game.
thought they played another
No, I
game.
just went to the opener.
Okay.
So they played before everybody else. That's why we're in first.
No. We're in first because we're tied for first.
Because we have one win.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who we play? New Jersey or some shitty team or something?
No, we played Orlando, and Orlando's not bad.
Yeah, but they're not
They're
that
not
good
good either.
They're not
but
good
at the
either.
same time, the Pistons are going to be good. It's just probably not this year. Like
The
they're gonna be
old
fun to
gonna
watch.
be. The old gonna
No,
be.
There's a difference between the old gonna be and what the fuck is happening now.
I'll believe that when I see that.
Dude, they've won 3 championships.
Who
You know how many
has?
the Pistons have won 3 championships in their career, in their
Yeah.
existence. You know how many teams have not won one?
Plenty of
15
them.
probably.
No, like 80%.
Yeah, but how long ago was that? Did we won that?
2004. Okay.
That's
80%
pretty
of
recent.
Wait a minute.
pretty recent.
Wait a minute. 2004.
That's when they won the championship, was 2004.
Who was on that team?
Chauncey Billups.
Oh yeah, right. Okay.
All them fucking people.
Yeah, but still, that was a long time ago.
Do you have a choice which one?
Big Ben.
No, I don't. I haven't smoked. The stuff I bring over here, I haven't smoked. You know, we smoked it the first time together.
What'd you bring?
See,
Some dispensary stuff or some?
no,
homegrown?
these are 3 growers that grew outdoors that I've been trimming for the last 2 weeks.
Right on.
Wow, that's some really small outdoor stuff. Is this supposed to be gelato?
Gelato.
Gelato?
Yeah, I just jotted something down real quick.
Ice cream?
Yeah, that's what he told me it was.
Seriously?
Ice cream gelato. Isn't gelato ice cream anyway?
Gelato is
It's ice.
ice fruit.
Yeah, it's
Like
yeah,
ice and fruit juice.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
It's not cream,
Gotcha. No milk and shit.
right?
What am I thinking of then? What do the Europeans call their ice cream?
Maybe it is gelato.
It is gelato.
Yeah, but they're
It's 2 of them.
They got
It's
cream in
gelato and something that starts with an S, but I can't pronounce it. And it's supposed to be like ice cream, but
Sorbet?
none of that stuff. Yeah, sorbet. But none of that stuff. Well, sorbet is, but most of that stuff in Europe doesn't have cream in it. Most of it.
Ice cream
It's
I got
mostly
there,
ice and ice flavor, and you know.
I got real ice cream, whatever, cream or whatever, but it was amazing. Like, way better than our ice cream.
Well, of course. It's not 15 pounds of sugar.
Yeah, and probably better, better milk altogether.
What is that?
Grass fed.
What is that?
Oh, it's
Chimera in the Mist.
all right.
What?
Chimera in the Mist.
Okay.
Damn.
The
So-
Chimera is the one he sells for $15,000 to cut up. So it's in here times peanut.
One of the guys I trimmed for last week, he does outdoor and indoor. He paid $1,000 for a clone.
Of what?
Probably from Belief.
Oh, there's a lot of
Cookie.
different out there
It's a
charging.
cookie.
Especially if they tell you they got some like the thin
The
mint.
breeder cut.
Like I
Yeah,
got that
it's
thin
a
mint.
one of the cookies.
Again, it probably isn't, but yeah.
Was it-
And-
Believe
no, it
cookies?
is. It is.
For
'Cause-
$1,000.
yes.
Seeds in this?
And I went,
Yeah.
and he took me in the
Put it
tent.
out, yo.
He took me in the tent to show me he had the Cookie and Larry Kush,
Larry OG. Yeah.
Larry OG, and believe me, they're the real thing. Cause when we went in there and I
You
saw
know
them
that's what
buds,
Purple Punch is, right?
what is?
Do you know what Purple Punch's
I forget.
genetics are? Larry OG crossed with old school perps.
Oh, okay.
Mendo perps.
Oh, okay, yeah, that Larry OG is good when it's right.
Yeah.
Well, Larry OG is just OG.
We got Larry OG over here.
Okay, so gelato is a common word in Italian for all kinds of ice cream.
No, it's just a broad.
Yeah, they
Term.
just call it. What we call ice cream, they call gelato.
Yeah, they are kind of shit. Yeah, this shit. Crazy.
But yes, going to the game was fun. Seeing them win was cool. And
Where'd you go?
LCA.
What's that?
The Pistons. Speaking of that, next year we're definitely going to the
those
soccer
Caesar
games.
things?
Yeah, we're going to those soccer games next
Yeah,
year.
down in Hamtramck?
Yeah.
Dude, I've been
They
wanting to
be-
go forever.
Man,
If
they be
gotta actually-
partying.
If they make the playoffs, we
Oh
should
my
go.
God.
No one ever
The-
wants to go.
The team,
I'll go. It's 15
the team
bucks.
is a good team. I watch them on TV.
I know a dude that lives right walking distance from the stadium. They can park at his house and shit.
Dude,
Yeah, I watch
15
them on
bucks,
TV
man.
all the time. They're good. They're a good team. They win a lot.
Well, they just moved up.
Yeah,
Moved up.
and
And they're hoping to move up to the MLS for a while.
and
They tried to bid and get their MLS team in there, but like 3 years ago, but they didn't get picked
yeah, I know.
because they were adding teams.
yeah, but you know what?
It's
They're gonna be
ridiculous.
big time. That's all. That's because it's growing so fast.
Growing so fast.
And-
it's the biggest sport in the fucking world.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking about here. That
Yeah,
particular.
here.
I'm talking about them, and they celebrate.
going,
They
yeah.
celebrated. Man, they be partying,
You know why
dude.
people like it? It's because they do everything themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the reasons I'm interested.
Yeah, and I mean they party, dude.
When
You
you
fucking
fucking
everything yourself.
the stadium that got because the stadium's an
They
old
keep
stadium.
they keep everything.
I don't know if you know.
Yeah, Keystone.
That's
Yo,
been there for-
organically gained amusement yoga,
What is that?
pro sports Z's and college sports even. What fresh dildos?
What?
How do you come up with any fresh dildos? That's just a weird fucking.
What the
name.
fuck is a fresh dildo?
One that
Freshly
comes, I
made,
guess,
bro.
freshly made off the
Fresh
fucking press.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
It smells like Kanji.
Oh, sorry. Ha! Ha! See,
The weed, man.
blame the weed. Flesh, not fresh.
Okay.
Makes more sense now.
Yes, it does.
Makes
I was
more
like,
sense.
what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck?
Yo, this shit tastes like raspberry pancakes to me.
What does?
That weed right there.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Raspberry pancakes?
Yeah. That's what it smells like too. The whole time.
Man,
I
what
was growing.
planet are you from?
Dude, he is on a planet where
He's got his
smells
own
shit.
planet, ain't he?
Now, I know it makes the terpenes. I know the terpenes are there. I know the flavored compounds can be there.
Dude, the raspberry is in there. Like, I smoke with random people. They're like, oh, it tastes like raspberry or cherry.
Alright, I'll try it again. But I didn't taste raspberry.
You're only gonna get that off the first couple.
Flesh isn't weirder? No. Fresh. Because a flesh dildo means it's your dick. I get that. But a fresh dildo, that's off.
That's
Okay.
something we ain't heard.
All right, now listen. Don't be sending me no dildos when I give you the post box.
Valid point.
We don't
They're
want
gonna
no
be like, how big
dildos,
is your
okay?
post box? And they'll get the maximum size that fit in there.
Well, it don't make a difference.
No, we don't play music because I don't. Okay, so
You got copyright.
Yeah, we do have music.
No,
If
no.
we want a theme music, I got it.
that's fine. But he asked if we played music during it. I
During
can't
what?
We can
during the
now.
show.
Oh, okay, background
There's
music.
like special music on like Facebook.
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
no, he's asking for music itself. Like he just brought up DISL automatic, aka.
What does he want? Background music?
Yeah, I guess like.
He
Yeah.
wants porno music for this dildo shit. Bow, chicka,
Hold on.
bow, wow.
But we tried watching, let him watch like a TV, like one of the fucking new Captain Americas. Well, and it was over here on the screen.
Oh, why you doing
Yeah,
a
but you-
Well,
podcast.
you were there. You were here when we were doing. Remember we were trying to watch? It was me and you and Justin.
No.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, they kicked your ass off, didn't they?
Yeah, like well, like shut our live down and
Within
then
30
took all the
seconds.
content.
What?
Yeah, it was like you can't have any of the content either.
And I was here? I don't think I was here.
Yeah, you can't be even having stuff in the background.
Yeah, no, because it costs money.
DISL because that's how it's spelled. It's spelled Diesel or pronounced Diesel. I guess it's Diesel Automatic, aka Big D. Is he from Detroit?
Big Detroit Energy? Is that what he's talking about?
No, it's a rapper. I'm assuming.
Okay. I see, I have to eat those strains. My buddy just finished it outdoors in New York.
By the way, I got the seeds. I don't know how many I got, but I definitely got at least. I got at least 10 to 15 seeds of Deadhead crossed with creamy keys.
Well, what did you want to do with those strains and shit? If you wanted to put some over at my place, like drop them to the public, or just make them for us, or what?
Oh, if I give you a Deadhead,
Yeah.
make them for us, and then maybe drop some to the public. I don't care. That depends on how many you get. If there's 1,000 seeds, dude, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna pop them all.
Dude, if I make seeds, it's gonna be 2,000 to 3,000.
That's fine. Then we'll just give them out in packs to see.
Not give them out, we'll sell them.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, sell them.
Oh, he's from Chicago.
Chi-Town.
We can have them tested.
Big Windy.
He used to rap under the hip hop name Drug.
We never
Okay.
even had a fucking Hermie because we're making regs. So I mean, like, as long as they test good and they're actually good weed, we can drop them. You know, there's not Hermie issues, there's not germination issues with anything I've ever made. Because they're
Okay.
regs. And they're stable parents, you know?
Yeah.
I don't use Fems and shit.
Hmm.
I don't
Wait
think.
a
I don't know
minute.
if the Deadhead I have was from Fem.
Yeah, how'd you get it?
Seems like
I'm from City Hippie.
I'm picking up a little bit of
Greg?
fruit off this now.
A buddy of mine.
Fucking,
I've had it
clone,
for-
huh?
Yeah, 10 years. You know, Okay, so I bought.
Shit, back then it was harder to get Fems. Anything.
No.
It just came out about, what, 97?
Oh, this wasn't that long ago. This was.
I'm
I think he
saying,
got
like,
it. I think he got
10
it in
years
like
ago, a lot of people were
2008,
making more
2009,
regs.
2010, and I'm pretty sure it was Fem he got from. What's it called?
Check that out, yo.
Yo.
What the hell is the name? Oh, LA, or he got it.
LA Con?
No, fucking Cali Connect.
Yeah, Cali Con.
Cali Connect. Connect to Cali.
Back in your head.
That smells interesting.
Well, yeah. That's what's so cool.
It is one of the sub-cools.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it smells interesting. It looks,
It's King Jack.
oh.
I remember King Jack.
That shit should be good,
I grew-
man.
I grew-
King Jack.
I grew King
It's
Jack.
incredible, bro. It makes me so happy. I smoke it every morning.
He said it makes you so happy.
Yeah, you did probably like 5 of them, didn't you? You had a 5-pack of freebies.
Yeah.
I should cut this up into the paper. But there's probably seeds in here.
Really?
Seeds in everything.
Really?
I'm crossing everything with juicy.
This is
berry.
gelato.
That's what the guy said.
Outdoor though.
Yes, all this is outdoor. It's all outdoor. So, you know, the taste's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Hello, Uncle Dean.
What's up, Dean?
Zane had incredible outdoor shit though. Tasted good. Was good.
It leaves a coat in my mouth.
He liked that bit though.
Yeah, on my tongue.
Yeah, you definitely like that bit with help.
The taste ain't
It
bad,
was only
though.
help it
The
finish.
taste is gross.
Mm-mm.
I
No,
would
it's
not,
not.
I'm not hitting that again.
It's not gross.
To me, it is. I don't like that flavor. To me, that's
Oh,
that's what. If
gotcha.
someone gave me that and said that's full of newts, I'd be like, okay, probably. I guess you could say that.
Burning
But
clean.
it's burning fine. It's not
Yeah, it's
full of
burning
newts.
fine.
It's just a shitty flavor.
No, he,
I don't like gelato in the first place,
Yeah, I don't.
and then
like
you
it.
add gelato to the fact that it's outdoor.
yeah.
It's probably gonna make me not like it even more.
Have you ever heard people washing their weed? After when they grow outdoor again?
111. What is all
I
right?
can get the
Hold on.
powdery mildew off.
I don't-
by putting it in water with
I-
hydrogen peroxide. And the hydrogen peroxide.
Good afternoon.
Will make all the.
I don't know
powdery
how I'm
mildew-
You got
supposed
somebody
to
who
say
dips
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
okay.
probably getting powdery mildew off.
All right.
That's fine.
What's he doing it with?
He dips it.
Probably in powder peroxide.
It's in.
water, man.
Well, no, it was. I can't remember.
At the end?
Yeah. When he pulls it up,
Did he
outdoor
use-
from just to
I know.
outdoor.
Did he use it Dr. Zymes?
I don't know what he said something about vinegar
Oh, okay.
and
Yeah,
was it salt water, vinegar, and then clear water.
Maybe that's what it was.
And
Vinegar.
yeah, he
How are
washes
these
them.
buds so small?
This is stuff they gave
Outdoor,
me.
bro.
Oh, okay.
The buds aren't that small.
Oh.
They gave me weed, but they, you know,
Yeah, they ain't gonna
the
give
little
you the
ones
small
are
buds,
small.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why they're
I ain't
small.
gonna give you no tops.
One of these didn't have. Oh, here it is right here. Nora H or Nora 8.
Northern Lights.
Oh god, that's gonna be.
Have a good one or smoke good, brother.
I ain't
Northern
smoked
Lights.
Northern Lights since like the 90s.
Oh my
son.
goodness.
Holy fuck. Yeah, it's like 98 or something.
And that Northern Lights was grown in up north. What did he tell me it was grown?
Gaylord,
No,
that far up.
Cadillac.
Damn, that's pretty far up there.
Yeah, Cadillac.
Oh god damn.
That's where that
Might
was
be seeds
grown.
in this. Yeah, we've heard the Chicago Police Department told officers no tickets for pot consumption.
In Chicago,
Yeah,
that's good.
yeah.
The whole nation, yeah, man.
I didn't feel like I had any issue when I was in Detroit either.
Issue with what?
Just walking up to LCA smoking.
You don't have no issue. You ain't got no issue with Detroit.
Yeah, for real.
Unless you just run to some kind of asshole. Dude.
Well, I mean,
I smoke-
when you're walking up to LCA during the game, there's actual cops telling you where to go.
Yeah.
In the people mover areas, like we smoke.
They
all
smell
through
that
there.
shit all the time.
Like we smoke indoors.
You can't go to a concert anymore where you don't smell weed. They were talking about at the basketball game you went to. They said they were lighting up like crazy
Yeah, the smoking
upstairs.
area.
Shut the fuck up.
Or what?
I'm telling you,
No,
the
they
building?
weren't. That was just me stinking up the place.
Yeah,
You think I'm joking?
I'm
I
telling
definitely
you.
moved my coat and went, oh fuck, there's 2 kids and a dude and his wife right in front of me.
it
I'm
just
like-
smells like chronic.
And if I smelled it, I went, oh fuck, I just blew up this whole section.
Yeah.
well, the guys told me they were smoking like crazy up there.
I'd like to see it because I don't know where the fuck you can smoke
We
up
did that in the
fucking LCA.
palace.
Hey,
We were smoking.
they
weed.
had 3 people call in and talk about they smell marijuana.
Smelling it doesn't
Yeah,
mean
that
that they
don't
were
mean
smoking.
they were smoking it. Oh,
That
you
could
know
just
what?
be me
No.
walking by.
You know what they're
No.
doing? They're hitting those pins.
Dude, I'm
the
trying to
vape
tell
pens
you.
don't smell like.
The one
Dude,
I have, it just burns wax.
dude,
Oh yeah.
So you get hit that.
I'm trying to tell you that they called in. They saw
They're
people
smoking wax.
rolling blunts. They saw people smoking.
They're probably rolling up for half.
Where the fuck was they do? Dude, I'm paying $15 every week. Every time there's a home game, if I can go in there and smoke weed.
You can at the very top. Just go to the very top.
Dude, the very top isn't even that very top. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's.
Yeah, there's always.
I mean,
It's a
they
tight-
don't want you smoking weed.
I
know
It's
they
not
do.
like this is.
Don't
I
want
want up
you.
here to smoke weed.
But again, if I can, I'm going to.
Yeah, me too. If
But
I
again,
can.
They could have been complaining about me. Because I was sitting in a mezzanine.
Were
which
you
is-
smoking?
I'm telling you.
No,
those
I'm
people
telling you.
smoke
I blew it up
Well,
every time my
they
butt
probably
moved.
were complaining about you as well.
all that wax and shit.
The guy
I'll
talking about
definitely be blowing that
The guy
shit.
talking about the guy had a board and he was rolling joints on it.
Right, stoning
Shut
the
the
bitches.
fuck up.
I'm telling you.
Like y'all
On
want
97.1. That's what they were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah. I'll have to check. Oh, I'm not going to want to smoke this either.
Which one is that? Northern Lights?
Yeah. It smells like. Smell that.
Like weed?
Real outdoor.
That's a grandma's house to me.
That's real
It
outdoor.
smells-
Oh, it
when I
smells good, bro.
Smells
When I
like
say
outdoors.
grandma's
I
house,
think
that's exactly what I'm talking about. Oh
Grandma's
my
house.
god, it's so bad.
Grandma's house.
Oh, I am not excited about this.
Well, be excited.
What do you? How?
I'm excited, bro. It's Northern Lights. What do you mean?
Fuck Chicago sports.
Classic.
Sorry.
Ooh, that was bad.
If
I
you
mean,
don't
you're
like it,
talking about some
dislike
people
it.
From Detroit. I mean,
If you don't like it, dislike it.
just like the video.
Well, you know, there's always been a rivalry between Detroit and Chicago,
Of course there
especially in
has. That's
basketball.
why I say fuck-
Especially in basketball.
That's why, like, people, you're not a Jordan fan. Why would I be a Jordan fan?
I don't know.
I was a
Jordan has
Pistons
special
fan.
rules, bro. You give Isaiah special rules, he would have been better.
Well, yeah, Jordan got a lot of breaks because of who he was.
I mean,
With
He
the
also-
referee. But you know,
He also put up 65 points in his rookie year in a fucking playoff game.
you
Isaiah could have did that too.
No, he couldn't have.
Yeah, he could have.
He's not putting up 65. He was completely different. On scoring level, like no one had seen any. Like you've seen guys that can score like Wilt, big dudes.
Yeah, you're right. He's like the Kobe of his era.
But he came in and he fucking just destroyed it.
Magic Johnson was better than him though.
Magic Johnson's better in a different way.
Yeah, because he was like a more team player.
Well, no, he's a point guard. That's what requires of a point guard. Point guards have to be more team players, where shooting guards need to be more selfish.
Yeah, I just gotta take that shot. Get that motherfucker. Oh man, this dog's sit down there.
I can't even do it.
you can't do what?
I can't do it.
Can't even smoke it
I can fucking taste it trying to light it.
instantly.
Yeah. It's just fucking me up. It tastes like
no.
wet weed.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I told you it's bad.
Yeah, you don't even want to smoke this. That's
You can have some.
this will tell you.
We have
This
a little bean quesadilla if you want.
I'm good. This will tell you. This is a good example of outdoor weed that tastes like shit.
Let me hit
You don't want to hit this.
it.
Here, at your own risk.
Thank you, sir.
It's horrible. It really doesn't have a taste.
No, it tastes like wet weed, wet flour.
Oh no, that ain't so terrible, you guys.
Oh my god. Dude, if you gave me shit like that, I would be like, dude, what's wrong with you? What'd you do?
What's wrong with you? What did
Did
you
you
do?
stop taking care of your plants?
Yeah, no doubt, it ain't right, but I mean, you guys are making it out to be the worst thing ever.
What'd it do, fam?
Oh, I've had worse.
From
I
the
worse
blunt,
than a dispensary. This
What?
shit tastes like outdoor.
blunts in real shit one-on-one.
Blunts and real shit 101.
So what kind of blunts do you smoke? What kind of, what
Rap.
do you use?
Only smoke.
What kind of rap?
Backwoods is the only way.
Oh no!
That's the only one.
Oh my God!
That's the only one.
Backwoods.
No,
I don't smoke blunts no more, but
it wasn't any,
if I did, that's what it would be.
it wasn't, CBD, it was fucking outdoor. Some old school Northern Lights outdoor that wasn't very good.
It wasn't terrible. These guys are crazy. It just tastes like outdoor weed, man, like leafy. That's all it was. Was that outdoor?
Yep.
I could tell by looking at it
Yeah, you can tell outdoor.
from across the room.
Doesn't have
Good
much
for
smell.
Chicago.
Doesn't have much smell.
Mm-hmm.
What is that, Jack?
Yeah, it's a jack.
Jackety jackety jack.
No, bro.
Jackety jackety jack.
We'll see how it smokes.
Yeah, it's crystal the fuck out.
I may hate it.
It's
Take all that green shit off of there.
I'm going
It's
to.
gonna
Citrus
affect the
sap.
taste.
There's
Subscribe, please subscribe.
Yeah, we got 5. Hold on.
Subscribe.
Alright, Flesh Dildos is still going on about.
that's
Raw
his name?
single wide is what?
You need the king size.
My uncle smokes
son.
with.
King size.
Good idea with the raw single. Well, he's by himself in the UP.
That's what I smoke when I'm by myself.
I smoke.
Because you roll up one king size, you can smoke it like 3 different times by yourself. You
Yeah.
gotta roll
I
up.
can't roll the king side.
You
I can
gotta
roll it,
3
I
different
just-
ones.
I can't do it.
In my head, I'm gonna smoke the whole thing in one.
My
sitting.
rolling is so bad. It's horrible.
Bro, you try to smoke my weed all in one sitting like that, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Looks like Chicago's got some shit going with the weed stuff. Y'all smoking out? Do y'all crazy, fam? Yeah. A
No,
little bit.
we're smoking indoor right now.
What is up with this fam thing?
Outdoor. That's what it's supposed to be.
What is this fam thing I'm hearing from fam? What is that supposed to be?
Family.
Family. How is that hard to figure out?
No,
We're not family.
no, I
though.
understood what it
Yeah, we are.
represents.
Technically, he's hanging with us.
No, I understood what it represents. It's just like, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Rappers.
Yeah, rappers.
Fam.
What's up? Yeah, it's rappers, maybe uneducated people, because you know how 1984 puts it out that
It's
less
like-
education, the less words you use.
It's like Detroit being known for what's up, though.
Yeah, what up, though?
What up, though?
I do say that a lot.
Everywhere
Yeah,
around
me
the
too.
world, everywhere around the world, What Up Though is related to Detroit. When
That's
people
us.
hear that,
I'm down south.
that and what's the other one?
Hold on. No, you know what it is?
Detroit versus
Yeah.
everybody.
You know how you know? All right. What Up Though tells you if the person has a ghetto friend.
What Up Though tells you that you're from Detroit.
No,
Yeah,
no,
right.
that you have a friend, like, again, because you
Yeah,
cannot
of
be from
course,
Detroit.
of course.
You're not from like Birmingham.
Right, exactly.
You're at least from around Detroit, and you're at least a little ghetto. You know, uppity motherfucker.
What
I'm
Up
playing
Though?
golf, ball golf all day like this guy.
So,
What are you smoking now? What is that?
It's King Jack.
it is.
The
I got
King.
that.
Oh, that smells good.
tastes
All
like
Jack.
That smells good.
Yeah,
That has a little quality smell to it.
pretty good, man. I love it. Like I said, it's what I smoke every morning.
I'll be the judge of that. Got him coughing like a
Yeah,
motherfucker.
take that home and smoke it.
Because I got
gladly will.
I got What Up Though from my friend Rico, Mexican guy from Pontiac. Grew up in downtown Pontiac, which
What Up Though was originated in my neighborhood.
Was
when
it?
When I was a young kid. I remember people when they first started saying it. It was just a few people in my neighborhood, and then I started hearing it everywhere where I went in Detroit. It was real popular for about 5 to 8 years. Everybody said it all the time. What up, though? What up, though?
you know where I got it from for real. That really cemented it was Otis, the dude that lived with me. You met Otis.
No,
You didn't meet the black guy that lived with me. Otis that stole from me.
never met him.
You don't want me that. He's a dick.
I swear you met him.
He owes me money still.
Well, yeah, well, I don't want to meet him.
He owes a lot of people money, probably.
I don't want to meet him. I'm good.
It was actually his nephew that was supposed to come by.
Today?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
he's a rapper.
So you're still in touch with him?
He
He's a
raps.
weed rapper.
Oh,
He's
okay.
I'm not in
Weed
touch with
rapper.
Otis. No, Otis
Oh.
stole from me.
Oh, okay.
Kato didn't steal from me.
You cut
Kato
that
was
off.
in fucking Georgia when all that shit happened. So
Gotcha.
there's no way he
So
could
he's
come.
not implicated.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
What happened to Brandon?
Otis was the police.
Brandon's still in jail, dog?
Brandon is still in jail. He served 6 years
For a 2-year sentence?
for a. No, it was he was supposed
Brandon.
to serve two,
Yeah, it was only 2.
but he 2 to 5.
Oh, it was 2 to 5. Okay,
Yeah,
I
like
thought
it was a
just
5-year sentence maximum.
2. Gotcha.
But he got 2 years. He was supposed to get out, but because of COVID and him not having a lawyer to, like a real lawyer, to say, hey, do this, do this, do this, do this.
He got stuck in the
He's
system.
still in fucking the system.
Yeah. We're paying $30,000.
You know what he
a
got?
year for that motherfucker.
6 years for of his life in prison, not jail, prison.
Okay.
Yeah,
He got a
over 90
blowjob
days.
from a 14-year-old when he was 20. This girl, again, not to excuse the fact that he he shouldn't have done it.
Right.
Oh, he definitely shouldn't have done it.
But at the same time, she was already sexually active with her boyfriend. So it's like, did you put the boyfriend away for 6 years?
Did
Like, how do you put one?
I mean, who
guy-
complained?
The dad.
The dad.
The dad's the one that did it all.
Okay.
He really pushed it and
Well,
got,
of course
got
he
the 2
did.
years. Like, he was gonna get off with just probation, and the dad went up and pushed some shit and got the fucking
Yeah.
2 to 5.
Yeah.
And he's been in for 6. Like,
Well, he should be out.
I'm telling you, if I was
Did he
him,
do something bad in there?
no,
But why is he in there?
because he's fucking poor and he doesn't have anybody to help him.
No, man.
You think?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not doubting that.
Hey, look,
I'm just saying that
Well, the dog said,
he can't speak up for himself. If he knows he's supposed to be out of there,
God damn.
up for himself.
system don't care.
Oh, they. Oh no, they do care.
Oh, what the fuck?
'Cause you can be-
For one, he's Mexican. Okay?
Well, what that's got to do with it?
You know that's got everything to do with it.
No, I mean, for him to be past the time he's supposed to get out. That's all
He
I'm
shouldn't
talking
have done
about.
it.
That's
Why?
all I'm talking
Again,
about.
COVID, because of COVID, and not having anybody or the money to take the classes that you have to take to get the fuck out of prison. Because you can't just walk out of prison. You have to actually do shit to do it. No one ever told him that.
There's requirements.
There's requirements,
For
classes, and all that shit he has
He's
to take.
not.
He's not smart.
That's what I was getting ready to say.
Again, That doesn't mean you should serve 6 years for
No, of
something
course
that
not.
literally someone else was doing at the same time.
Yeah, but
Dude,
you
can
know,
murder people and only get 6 years.
Again, depends on the murder.
Especially-
I don't think you should get
Depends on
life.
the-
especially vehicular homicide.
Yeah, but like, I was
You-
just driving
you-
drunk, and you only get
you-
like 6 years.
You might not even get 6 years.
Right.
You only get
maybe.
3 years.
Yep, 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Dude didn't even kill no one. He was in there for 6 years.
6 years. He's been in for 6 years, and he's gonna have to pay
Yeah,
all
man.
that back. It's literally done.
You gotta pay all the
on
what
purpose.
back.
You have to pay for being in prison. You don't just get to go to prison for nothing.
What are you talking about?
Charge you per day in jail. I don't know about prison.
Yes, they charge you
I
per
think
day in
In
prison.
prison, you can make money.
No, you
'Cause
can
have
work
a
off
job.
some of it,
You have
but
a job,
even
they
that,
pay you like 50 cents an hour or something.
something like that. But it's still not enough.
Yeah, no.
You have to pay for your visit in prison. The taxpayers pay for it up front, and then they charge people fees and fines and all that shit to get it back.
I know they gotta charge you in jail like 80
That's
bucks
just
a day
crazy.
or something.
That shit don't
Yeah.
make no sense. That's just crazy.
And so they want to keep you in the system.
Of course,
getting-
it doesn't make sense.
That's why I'm gonna get the
You
fuck
wanna-
up out of here. I'm getting the fuck up out of here.
You want to get even crazier?
I'm getting
There's prisons in this state right now that some dude owns, and he's making profit off of dudes in
Yeah.
that prison.
I know that. I know somebody has stock in a company that's a private prison company.
We ought to start a private prison and just have weed everywhere. Y'all are in prison, but we getting high. Fuck it. Y'all deserve that. If you can drink pop and do caffeine all damn day,
Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah,
give
you're
these
right.
cats some fucking edibles or something.
you're right. You're absolutely right.
Give them edibles and some jails they got those pins where you can, the nicotine e-cigs. They have that in like down south and shit. So if they're giving them e-cigarettes, why can't they have?
Well, they don't give them to
THC
them; they
in there?
buy them.
Yeah,
You
from
have
the
to buy
prison.
it. Yeah, you have to buy it.
Their prison's making a bunch of money off it.
Yeah, they're making a ton of money off it. That's the whole thing. Why is it not going to go away anytime soon?
Because
Why
people
is
are making
cannabis-
money.
Why is cannabis always going to be illegal in at least probably 25% of the country?
Yeah, it's
For
gonna
one,
be.
the Supreme Court's never going to legalize it.
It's gonna
You-
be-
You can
Yeah,
bring
they
up
will after all these old fucks die.
again. They're not. There's no old fucks on the fucking court.
there is.
Hold up.
They're all over 60.
Supreme
No,
Court.
they're not.
Hold it.
They're all
They
Supreme-
just put 3 of them on the court that are literally, like, actually 5 of them that are under 60.
Yeah, they're like 40 or 50.
Yeah,
50 or something.
because
Fuck the Supreme Court.
well, it has a lot of power.
And the robes they wear. Fuck them all.
Yeah,
Because they can't stop. Marijuana's out of the goddamn genie bottle now. You
They
can't
can stop whatever the
No,
fuck they want.
no,
You could have
no,
said that about gay
no.
marriage, but they're going to shut that down.
I heard the same thing about liquor on Sunday, gambling. It's a.
Losing bad.
I'm telling you,
Hold on.
once people start making money off of anything,
That's true.
it's the genie's out of the bottle.
But
You're not gonna stop
getting
that.
different when
You're
there's
talking
no
about a
money.
situation. Yes, there's going to be states that are always going to have it legal, but there's still going to be 25% of the states because what they're going to do is they're going to say it goes to the states. This is one of those things, just like gun laws and abortion. Well, actually, gun laws are not from the state. It actually is a federal level that controls those now.
Yeah, but see,
It's going to be one of those things where, again, you go into Tennessee, there's a chance you could go to jail for the shit that you can have in probably.
of course, you go to
60%.
Mississippi, you can go to jail.
But
You
it's
go
not
to
gonna change.
Arkansas, you can go to jail. You go to Alabama, you can go to jail. Stay the fuck away from it there. Don't go there.
Don't fucking go
What the
there.
fuck you going there for to begin with? You understand what I'm saying?
Don't drive
What the
through
fuck
there.
you?
Don't do
you
no
know,
shit around there.
Unless you're a redneck motherfucker, there's nothing there for you.
Exactly, yeah.
Believe me, I went to Mississippi. I stayed in Mississippi for 3 motherfucking weeks. And it was the worst 3 weeks of my life. Mississippi is a horrible place.
That's where
And wait a minute,
Justin's
hold
from.
it, hold it. And this was a long time ago, and I talked to some people living there today. Ain't nothing
shit.
changed. Ain't
Same
shit changed.
Justin grew up there.
I know.
It's why he hates white people.
I mean, Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, all of them up in there, you don't stand a chance. A white boy with the wrong attitude don't stand a chance. A black guy and a Mexican don't stand a chance.
Yeah.
The first day I arrived in Mississippi, I saw a police car and like a one of them bug vans and a couple of hippie-looking cars with peace signs written on them. Yeah, it was a motorcycle. Two motorcycles in front, a car in the middle, and another police car in the back. And I asked the girl, I said, what's going on? She said, oh, they're running them out of town. Those some hippies. And they're running them out of town. I was like, oh, I know I'm in the wrong place now.
Yeah, they were easy
Did you ever hear the stories about Rick James? Whoo! That boy had some nuts on him.
Rick James was a crazy motherfucker to begin with.
He was at a club. He was at a club in the South, and the sheriff showed up and was like, you guys gotta leave. He's like, I'm not fucking. He goes, you better leave. I've kept them on that side of the bridge, and there was just cars lined up, trucks.
Yeah.
Lined up. He goes, if you don't leave in the next hour, I can't stop him.
Yeah.
And that's the only time he ever bowed, I think it was, or something like that. It's like one of the few times he actually bowed to pressure to not play. Because he was smoking weed on the fucking stage
Oh, yeah, he was a motherfucker, man.
the whole time.
Yeah.
That's what blew my wig back. I didn't realize how weed heavy he was. I mean, he was a cokehead too, but it's.
Oh, no, but we, see, all those big-time celebrities, especially black ones, they couldn't do heroin no more. Most of them stopped doing cocaine and taking pills, and marijuana's the next best thing. You know, they can get, they get fucked up.
Because they're older and shit.
They're older, and the laws for the harder drugs are, you go to jail for 10 years and shit like that. Whereas some marijuana, you get probation or some shit, So, that's why. But at one time, those motherfuckers were smoking angel dust. Oh my God, when angel dust was around.
I mean, you lived in a time when everything wasn't illegal as fuck as it is now. Like, if it wasn't for Nixon.
What do you mean? It was super illegal.
No.
Since the 50s.
No.
Well, no.
That's why the 60s had the hippie revolution.
No. It was illegal. It was illegal. But
hold on, weed was.
But there was no investigations going on. It wasn't no war against drugs yet. It wasn't no war against drugs yet.
So
that came in with Nixon and his wife.
So if your local cop wanted to fuck with you, they could.
You
but
don't
the
want to
reality,
sit here and smoke your window open back in the 50s.
Oh, we wouldn't be doing this show back in the 50s. In this house? Because this
Now,
house was here in the 50s.
Now, let me tell you something, guys. Back in the 50s and the early 60s, you had to know somebody to get some weed or get drugs, period.
Yeah, because
if you didn't know nobody, you wasn't getting shit.
That's why the cannabis thing was such a crazy thing in the 20s and 30s, because people didn't know what fucking marijuana was.
It was in all the medicines and shit.
Yeah, it was in medicines. They just used it as hemp, as medicine.
On my side of town, I can remember it was only 2 or 3 dope houses where you go buy weed. Yeah, and they were far apart from each other.
I mean, yeah, that's how it was
so
in the 80s.
if you didn't know somebody, you wasn't getting high.
That's one of the reasons I never got high in the 2000s, because I didn't know anybody.
Yeah.
Well, I got out of I left my town. I left Holly. Yeah. And on top of that, I stopped hanging out with the people that were smoking, so it made it easy not to buy weed.
Yeah.
And I was broke most of the fucking time anyway, so affording weed was like not going to happen anyway. But yeah, I didn't have if I didn't have connections in the night. Fuck.
Shit, we live like right here, like in Ferndale though, right off 9 miles. We just drive to Detroit, go to the dope house.
Yep.
Like there was one on every block.
Yep.
We didn't need to know no one. We just drive down there like, here's some money, give us some weed. Hoping you get robbed.
He brings up something like,
it was cool. We never got robbed.
The DEA and all that stuff. I mean,
what?
Cannabis is only illegal because the dude was able to use the extreme racism at the time to make it legal by creating the name marijuana, by putting marijuana into the
propaganda.
Like, it wasn't ever called marijuana. It's always been cannabis. And then all of a sudden now, from like the time I'm a baby on, it's marijuana to me. Because of the fact that it was all racism.
And before that, it was called reefer.
Well,
before they
used
called it
reefer,
marijuana.
but marijuana was. That's why they spelled marijuana wrong. Like if you look at if you have a medical card, it's spelled wrong.
It is.
Yeah, because
I think they changed it now. But yeah.
No. It's done that way on purpose because in the nomenclature of government, of our federal government, it's spelled wrong. They didn't even know what the fuck they were spelling. They didn't even had the decency to ask a Mexican or someone who was
A Mexican.
because that's where it came. Marijuana comes first. It's a slang word for reefer.
They
It's-
spelled it the Spanish way.
No.
With
They
the H.
yeah, they spelled it.
It's spelled differently.
Marijuana.
Yeah, they
Yeah, it's spelled
it
differently. But that's an original name for it.
in the South in Mexico, but
Yeah.
not really. It's reefer. It's cannabis. It's
No.
cannabis to everyone else.
Well, because all that came
That's how they
later
got
on.
away with it. Is
But that's
because
how-
no one ever heard of marijuana.
But you know that was just different names for something. Down in Mexico, you know, they just grew it and sold it. They wasn't all hung up on names and shit.
It
like
wasn't
that.
all racism. It was also a lot to do with the fucking church. The people that were behind the cannabis and the opium, getting rid of cannabis and opium out of the public, their main purpose was because of church reasons. But they used racism to get the laws made. But their purpose was not racism. Their purpose was,
Mexicans, man, they get high and rape these fucking white girls.
well, it's black guys.
Musicians.
Musicians. Yeah.
Jazz musicians
Jazz
and
musicians.
blues
Did
musicians.
you chip your new teeth?
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, these are dentures. So, you know, I put in a little cleaner thing,
Yeah.
which I didn't do. I've been doing for 8 or 9 years with these.
Yeah.
And I went to get it and it fell.
Oh, you dropped them off there?
So now I got to wait for an appointment to have some new ones made. It ain't gonna cost me nothing.
Oh, that's cool, man. That might make it expensive.
Yeah, they are.
So if we bought some Mike Tyson shit right now from Live.
Oh, God, don't even try that again.
No, I know, but if
We
you
just
do it, you
already
can
tried
go up
that.
there. If you're one of the first 100 or something like that, you get to go up and get a picture with him at 3 to 4 o'clock.
Mike Tyson there?
Yeah, he'll be there today at 3 to 4 o'clock.
Bro, I'll go give him some of my seeds. Grow us at Tyson Farms. I'm a professional breeder.
I mean, go ahead. I'll be
Why
there.
didn't you tell me?
I just did.
Bitch, it's like an hour away.
He
No,
said
it's
bitch.
2 hours.
He called you a bitch.
2
He
hours.
said bitch.
I have to go
Which
get in
show was
line
this
like
one?
2 hours ago.
There's no line. You have to actually buy the product before you can.
There's a line, bro. Mike Tyson.
It's a line, dude.
Again, you
Around
already
the
had to
block.
buy the product though.
Huh?
But it's gonna be a line.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's
I
gonna be a
don't know,
line.
man, because
Yeah.
he's going to multiple places.
If they've announced that he's gonna be there, believe me, it's
I
gonna
gotta
be a
start
line.
carrying packs around.
It's gonna
with
be a
me, bro.
line.
Just
That motherfucker's
like
more.
this.
He's more popular now than he was when he was fighting.
I mean,
He's
yes,
where
it
live
was
in Ferndale?
Mania. They said they used because this guy said that the dude said that it's not the only justification. Yes, they used Mania. They used it. They said it made you crazy.
No, Roofer
Yeah.
Madness.
But one of the main things they did say too is it makes black people step on white people's shadows. So I'm pretty sure there was a racist tone to most of it. That's something that was actually said
Makes
in the
white
papers.
people step-
No, it makes a black person step on a white person's shadow. Have the audacity to step on a white. Like you,
Oh my goodness. These people back then were fucked up.
They still are, dude. They still
Yeah,
are.
I guess a lot of
They should change. They still are fucked up.
all right, so he says the movie Reefer Madness only has white characters played by only white actors. I should mention because of the times. I mean, yeah.
Because
Wait,
they were trying.
what if it was opposite order? I mean,
What do you mean opposite order?
if there was black people going crazy, I mean that's what they were telling people in the papers. They
Yeah.
just didn't put it on film because
See
they actually
everything.
made money off of it.
But see everything that black people did back then was demonic.
I know.
You know, that blues they singing.
Yeah.
That was from the devil.
Oh.
And the way they danced, oh no. The way they danced was just lewd.
how could
Because they were doing that
someone
jitterbug.
dance.
They were doing that jitterbug
Do
stuff,
anything.
you know. And
Yeah, but you're talking
They're doing a
about- hold
different
on.
dance to get the
He
fuck-
says race was not mentioned at all in the movie Reefer Madness. Again, you're talking about a fucking movie that was made to scare white people. They're not
But-
going to use actual race language in it. They're just going to because the movie's more about
Well,
at that time. It's not about what you're saying.
It
It's about
is-
what you're doing because
it-
people could see it.
it's not just that. Back then, you had to have a reason to have a black person in your movie.
That's
Most
not
movies,
The point. It doesn't say. It didn't use race as a reason to not smoke weed.
No.
In a sense.
But wait a
Because-
minute. Wait a minute. I think they did. Wait a minute. Isn't there a scene where they show newspaper articles? It says some stuff that's kind of on the edge
Oh,
in that
I've never even
movie.
seen the movie.
I've never seen the whole movie.
Yeah,
I've only
oh,
seen the
minute in,
clips
and I was like, this
that
is
people
bullshit.
show you.
They show it all the time on TV now. It was just on last month
I'm sure it is. It's more
on
of a
antenna
parody.
TV. On antenna TV.
Yeah, it's a parody thing.
And
It's like
yeah,
a comedy.
yeah, it was wild. I watched it. I just watched it and smoked weed and laughed.
What are they doing in Detroit though? 4 different weed licenses.
Huh?
Are they only giving out 4 things for recreational spots in Detroit?
No.
No, it's 10.
75.
I think there's only 60.
No, it's 150. No, there's only 150
Okay.
I just
recreation-
seen a thing, dude.
for the.
I'm talking about the lounges.
Yeah, the
Where
lounge.
you
That's
can
what I'm
smoke.
talking about.
It ain't that many of them.
Oh, I think they said it's only like 4, and there's got like 60 people apply for it.
No, there's more than 4.
I think it's 10.
Because it's 150.
I think it's 10. Well, he
Stores.
I've just seen it.
He's
but
reading
just-
it.
No, I know, but
disappeared.
I'm just saying it's 150 stores.
It
I know
disappeared. I
that
don't
because
know
it's
where it
75 regular stores and 75 micro grows.
They cut it down.
75.
I think they cut it
It
down.
was supposed to be 75.
maybe 600 people applied then.
I think they cut it down.
I thought it was only like 4.
I don't know what the fuck anyone wants to think. Mike Tyson's already got his weed here.
This weed's trash. What the fuck
It
does that
doesn't matter. What matters is people go to the store to buy Mike Tyson's weed.
Oh,
like they go
oh,
to the fucking store to buy
But wait a
Bud
minute.
Light.
Wait a minute.
They don't care. People don't-
Mike Tyson ain't growing the weed.
No, he's not. He's using Common Citizen, but that's not the point. The point is Common Citizen comes from fucking Colorado, or it comes from fucking California. None of the big companies that are here are actually Michigan owned. Period.
So what? You're trying to be one? Is that what your point is?
No, I'm saying there's no chance you can.
Oh, because the big dudes are already here.
It's not even that they're already here. There's no chance you can because they wrote the laws, so you can't.
You need
You need at least
money.
You to be the company that was open
need money.
when they first dropped that license. You needed at least $50 million in your bank.
yeah, but I'm talking about on a smaller scale. You know, anything that they would do,
See,
there's gonna be a licensing fee.
This is
Okay.
outdoor. They don't taste like that shit.
What is outdoor?
Tastes way
This.
better.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
I'm just okay.
I'm
He didn't
sorry.
know it. He ain't
Yeah, I'm
Get
sorry.
mad at him.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We haven't smoked it all yet either.
Oh, there's
You
another
know-
one?
I'm getting there.
What's that one?
I think it's
Sure, Kush.
Sour Kush.
Nice.
Hmm.
Nice.
I think that's one of the better ones
Leave
too,
it up. Oh, yeah.
from what I heard.
Oh my god, it smells great, dude. Like, wow. Was not expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Smells sour.
Yeah, it does smell sour. We're about to see the taste sour, but yeah.
What are you saying?
Yeah, you guys can't break into that industry. 'Cause it's
Oh,
very
no one
big for
can.
them motherfuckers.
Yeah, not to actually compete.
You know
on
what?
that
I ain't
level.
trying to. All I want to do is have a clubhouse,
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a fuck about
Private.
money? You don't need money.
not open to the
You
public.
gotta have some money.
Oh yeah. Oh
you
no.
just have enough money to have the business running.
That's
then
what I'm
you
saying.
might-
Oh, yeah, well, you
have
gotta
enough
get
money.
the-
That's all.
I looked
You
at
pay
I,
your bills, that's
I looked
fine.
at a building on my way over here. In fact,
Ooh.
I looked at a building on Hamilton
Where's that?
in Highland Park, right off of 6
okay.
Mile.
Yeah,
Yeah, right off of Palmer Park. There, I looked at a building,
That's a great area.
and I'm also looking on John R. between Woodward
Oh, nice.
and the freeway.
Yeah.
See, I want to get a building that's big enough for me to have some living quarters built in the back, you know, and then have a big, huge room.
Man, with
In the
all
office.
this fucking shit going on, you need a bomb shelter. I'd be living underground and shit, like deep underground.
Yeah, I wish I could.
And they all
You should
started.
go to Missouri, dude. They got all them cave
Hold on.
systems. You could just live in those cave systems.
So
Run
as
a fucking a generator and a bunch of extension cords. You'd be growing weed in the fucking cave.
all right, so he posted up here. The DEA museum which I wouldn't trust anything they talk about.
Yeah.
Because all the information that I have in my head right now, some of it may be wrong, some of it may be old, because I haven't looked at the fucking book in a long time. Comes from The Emperor Wears No Clothes, Jack Harrow's book. And there's new stuff to add to it that I don't know anything about. I don't know anything about new law or anything like that. As the government started taking steps to regulate certain substances like opium, the public's view of addiction changed, the museum historian said. Increased non-medical use as well as racial, ethnic, and class affected public opinion.
Yep.
They said what had been a medical condition became deviant and criminal. Again, but you're talking about everyone that was behind all that were Puritans. The same Puritan group that had banned alcohol. They just lost alcohol because they had banned alcohol and then it went back. So they were going after heroin. All right? And heroin wasn't enough of a fucking problem for people to go, yeah, we need government regulation. Because again, you're talking about a bunch of people who don't want to be regulated. It's America. They're like, yeah, we should have a group that deals with it. I'm telling, according to Jack Harrow, heroin was the main focus at first. The opium dens and stuff like that. But they couldn't get enough public support because there wasn't enough of an outcry. Even with the yellow journalism, that they had to add in cannabis as
it's just a couple of Asians smoking some opium.
Yeah, as a way to say, here, there's an actual problem. That's when the yellow journalism of cannabis started, where they start calling it marijuana. And they did that because no one had ever fucking heard of it, in the same way that some group out in the world says dingleberry as their word for a joint. You know what I'm saying? It was never it wasn't in the lexicon. That's
lexicon.
It wasn't in the lexicon until they started using it, and they did that on purpose so cannabis wouldn't be seen as what they were trying to ban, because the medical association would have stopped them, because the medical association understood that cannabis was one of the best things on the planet for their thing.
Before aspirin came out, it was like number one.
Yeah,
but
they would have stopped it, and they didn't know it until the last second when the vote was already happening. And by the time they came up to say something, they're like, you can't change our minds. It's already a problem, because they used yellow journalism and other things, the movie Reefer Madness and other things, which is yellow journalism in a sense.
Propaganda, man.
A bunch of propaganda to make it look bad. But
it
all started with heroin, and then he was failing. We're talking about, what the fuck is that stupid fucking idiot's name? If someone shoots that dude...
Hearst?
No. If someone... Hearst is...
Anslinger?
And... Was it Anslinger? Yeah. If someone shoots Anslinger when he's like 12, we have a different world.
Somebody shoots him when he's 12.
Because if hemp doesn't become illegal, we don't live in a world where fucking 5 companies control all your fucking food. Where literally 2 companies control all your energy.
But you do realize... But you do realize it was more consumption of opium and heroin than it was marijuana.
Good.
Back then.
Yeah.
No.
You can't say that, because cannabis was a fucking medical thing that was being used just like heroin.
Wait a minute. Hold it, dude. Hold it.
They were selling the shit right next to opium.
What I'm saying is, housewives were getting high on opium back then. Mm-hmm. Because they were bored.
They be smoking that shit?
But they were
They would. You could buy a bottle of it.
Yeah, that's where heroin came from, because heroin was just a better version of opium.
It was all kind of drugs and all kind of bottles. People were getting high all day long,
and they were doing it on cannabis too. That's the thing, cannabis.
But it was easier.
No.
It was
in the medical community. It was more popular than opiates.
But it was easier to get high on the medicine than it was to smoke.
No, we're not talking about... Joint. You are completely not seeing what I'm saying. They didn't use it as a fucking drug. They used it as a drug. It sat on the shelf right next to the heroin. Yeah, you'd have heroin in one bottle, and you'd have cannabis elixir in another.
And then soda pop
right next to it.
Sure.
And the only one that was healthy was this one.
Yeah, but see,
and the medical knowledge, the medical people at the time knew that shit, and they were trying to push people. And again, that's why they called it marijuana. If they call it cannabis, if it ever gets out in the public that cannabis is being illegalized, they would have never got it done, because there were so many people taking it that didn't know they were taking it. That's my point. They didn't know they were taking marijuana because marijuana didn't exist.
It was cannabis.
On
the label.
Yeah. It literally, they were like,
but it's the same thing.
But then they went, you took my cannabis away.
They took my cannabis.
Too late.
Well, they took their opium away.
They took it all away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Heroin
man.
too.
And hemp.
In fact, you could go to a pharmacist back then and get the heroin and the needle.
Oh, you actually inject yourself? I
Yes.
thought you just drink it or something.
Where?
No, they had it in all
Where?
different
Forms.
forms. Back in the 20s.
Oh, you can do that now in Switzerland.
Yeah. But I'm saying-
Switzerland has buildings that are set up like places where if you're a heroin addict,
Yeah, you go in,
there,
you shoot.
They give you your shot.
They give you a fresh
They
needle.
give you a
They
needle
do it.
and they give it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give you probably methadone.
And you
No, they give you the real shit. And then they also
Yeah.
give you help. If you need help with schooling, if you need this or that,
You-
they try to push you towards it.
You know what's going on now? What do they call that? This therapy they're doing now?
Ketamine or MDMA?
No, the MDMA. But they're doing it with mushrooms. They're doing it with ayahuasca.
They're doing it with everything.
Yeah, but it's a therapy.
There's Ibogaine.
It's a therapy.
Ibogaine's probably the one you're thinking of. That
Ibogaine.
No, I
cures,
No,
it cures heroin addiction.
no. I just saw this on a
Freedom.
special. I watched an hour of this last night on the special, dude.
Uh,
And they're giving people LSD
yep.
for
Depression.
problems that they're having. It was depression too,
Well, it's
and for all
Where are they doing that
Alzheimer's.
at, man?
For
Shit.
Alzheimer's?
they're
Sign
doing
me
it all
up.
over the state country.
Yeah.
Have you not- they're doing it with ketamine too. They're finding ketamine therapy is breakthrough.
Ketamine,
Within the next year or two,
deprivation tank.
MDMA will be legal on the federal level for therapy. To use on a therapy level to
Yeah.
where you can go in and get talk to a therapist. This one dude who it cures PTSD.
Yeah,
Like
it's
two or three
a bunch of
sessions.
shit.
So they're gonna make it then? So we got some pure shit or what?
Yeah, well, it's going to be made by
This dude had anxiety.
the people. They already do make it.
This guy was fucked up with anxiety,
How do you get that?
and he went on a trip. You know, he laid on the sofa and they put some earphones on him and some blinders on him,
Mm-hmm.
and gave him a dose. The guy came out with a pill like that. He took it, and went on a trip.
So give me 2.
And it cured him of his problem.
Yeah. But you also the ketamine and the MDMA for them to really have work. You have to talk to somebody who knows how to talk to you, in a
Yeah.
sense of
Yeah.
Yeah, walk you in turn.
Look,
yeah,
you
the same thing.
Bring out the memories that need to come out to be cured.
Confront it.
Because if you don't actually
and not to be paranoid.
but you understand why that works.
Yeah.
And not to
Calm
be
and
paranoid.
shit,
Yeah.
Because I've done both mushrooms on a high level. I've done cannabis on a high level, and I've done MDMA on a normal level. And I can tell you,
TNT, man, we had those vapor things.
oh yeah, that didn't really do much though. The MDMA, that's a game changer. If they actually can use it as a way to talk to people, and you can get people to actually do it, it'll change everything. If you could just give it to couples, give it to for one, there'd be a lot of divorce because a lot of people would be honest and figure shit out and be like, I don't need to be with you. But there would be a lot of people who would fix their shit and actually not get divorced because of it. You know what I'm
There'd
saying?
be a whole bunch of people like, I want to do that every day.
And
So,
We're
going to
okay,
the
so
raves, bitch.
let me give you a scenario. So, how young can you give them the stuff?
Oh, I would. Depends. I don't know. I'd have to. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Do you give it to kids? I don't know.
I'd say 15.
I don't think the brain. Yeah, I think it's like cannabis. You don't really want to give a kid cannabis until they're like 12, 13, 14, 15 because you want their brain to actually develop. You don't want to give it to them when they're 5.
I'd say more like 18 for cannabis.
Well, one
you want them to
thing.
be more developed brain first.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
again,
well, you
it
don't want
goes-
your brain
I
too
think-
developed, though.
but I also think it goes kid by kid.
Because
Because you'll get
a lot of bad habits you
yeah,
have.
and you'll
A
have
lot of
all
bad
that.
experiences in life.
Yeah, but that's-
See, I've been there, and people that had the least amount of bad experiences in life usually do better on psychedelics. Usually.
Of
And then
course
you
they
can start
would.
smoking.
Usually.
You know why? Because psychedelics makes you look at the shit you don't want to. And it takes complete... For one, most people who have issues
Yeah,
and they're depressed and stuff like that, one of their biggest problems, and I'm not trying to simplify it, but one of the biggest things that people have a problem with is letting go of control. Again, OCD people, all that stuff, it's about control. So, you go on psychedelics, you don't have any. you're gonna have to just let the fuck go, and whatever is gonna pop up in your head is gonna pop up, and the shit's some of the shit that's gonna pop up is feelings you had when you were young that you don't even remember having because you were a fucking child and you felt scared as shit because some fucking storm happened and woke you up. That could come out, and that fucking feeling is terrifying when you don't know it's not real.
Yeah,
I never
I
never
experienced
had
that.
that either.
I never experienced
He going
anything
deep
like
in
that.
the shrooms and shit and
Well, again,
edibles.
The last time
It's
I
not
did
like
a
smoking.
big dose was like 7,
Smoking
8
won't
grams,
do that, I don't think.
right? No, you'd have to eat a lot of. You'd have to eat at least like 2,000 milligrams to 3,000 milligrams of cannabis to get to a mushroom level. Yeah, 2,000 to 3,000 milligrams of cannabis in an edible. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Like,
saying 1,000 of RSO.
it's
pretty
RSO
much
is stronger. Yeah, RSO is probably stronger.
Man,
I know, because I had that shit. Boy, that RSO.
But
I
that's
got some at home. I don't even look at it. Like, I'm
Man,
not trying to eat that.
I was tripping, dude. I was tripping.
Yes.
I wasn't having hallucinations.
Right.
It was mostly feelings and
Man.
shit like that, you know.
which so.
All kind of shit going on.
I've heard some people talk about because I've listened to some people talk about
What is this?
the outdoor stuff, sour whatever.
Diesel.
They believe that especially with brain, because they put people but they put people in MRIs that are on LSD, and it shows that like the center of the brain shuts off. So if the center of the brain is what controls everything that comes in from the universe, you know what I'm saying? Because there's got to be some control of what you let input.
That's good. I like it.
That's not bad at
For
all.
outdoor, man. Pretty
No,
good.
it's not too bad. So, you get what I'm saying? Like, there's so much going on that we can't see in the universe right now. Like waves and feelings and vibrations. Just the fact that we're on a spinning ball that's literally going 1,000 miles an hour and we don't feel it. You literally sometimes are driving the opposite way the Earth is actually moving. And you don't notice it.
Space.
But when you're high enough, you will.
No, you won't.
Yeah, you do. You're like, and it's not real. I'm not saying it's real, but it's a kind of just like this.
You go to
feeling.
another dimension.
Yeah.
Once you go so far in getting high off of whatever it is you're getting high off of, LSD or mushrooms or ayahuasca, once you get to a certain peak, boom,
Blast off.
you're out of your body, dude.
You don't. Again,
Yeah,
that's.
You're out of your
Shit like
body.
that.
I was trying to get the fuck out of my body, and it wouldn't let me. Well, it felt like I was.
You were fighting it, maybe.
Well, that's
See-
what I'm saying. And I think
See,
a lot of it had to
when
do.
that comes, when it came for me, I was not expecting it at all.
You know what?
Wasn't
Mike?
even thinking about nothing like that, and it just came like a wave. It washed over me.
Man, I had that off fucking nitrous. I did 2 things of nitrous and I pretty much pissed it out and shit. And some angels came down and carried me to heaven, dude. Like, I was like, dude, if that's what dying's like, I want to die. Like, that was amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I came out saying.
Maybe that's what mushrooms do. They shut off that fucking valve that keeps everything flooded in. Like, you get what I'm saying? And some people can't handle the information that's coming.
Oh, most people can't.
Yeah. Especially if you've
But-
got a lot of
Man,
clogged
but
stuff
if
in
you-
there,
but if-
clouding it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Say your brain's like a Wi-Fi thing, right? And it's constantly bringing in, say,
Bunch of different
you know how people think that you're like maybe you're an
See,
attached, you're
I see where
what's
you're
the
coming
word?
from.
An avatar of a higher being.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but see, that's an internal thing that when you're really enlightened, you don't think about. Because you're so far from your body, from your material self, that you don't think about bad things.
No. I think you've misplaced what enlightenment is. Bad thoughts are always going to be there. They're never going to go away. Enlightenment is understanding that they're there and understanding that they're going to go away in the same way that every good thought is going to go away too. That's enlightenment. knowing that every bad feeling and every good feeling are temporary, and being able to live with both of them being temporary, and just flow through them. Because you're gonna have, again, as a child, shit happened to me that sucked. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit out of complete control. They're still in there, and if I trip on mushrooms, they still come up.
Oh.
And it's still like, that's why I don't trip around people, because I know I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go back to the insecurity that I was before. Because again, you've never lived the life like I have of not feeling like you're actually worth a shit. You get my point?
Uh-huh.
You've always had confidence in yourself, which you
Well-
deserve. Everyone deserves confidence.
So
No, that's not what I mean. But you get my point. Like you've never been.
it's what you've lived.
Yeah, everyone's got their own.
Everybody got their own story,
Yeah.
their own fears, their own happiness.
Some people don't.
All of that.
And sometimes some people's fears. And again, when you're a child, you can't control what scares you. You can't control those things. You can't control whatever happens to you as a child because you're a fucking child. It's not until you're like 15 to 20 that you start actually having some control of yourself. And even then, if you're not taught to, how are you going to know? I'm fucking 11, 12, 15, 18 years old, and I can't understand why my thoughts don't stop. Like, they don't stop to a point where it's painful. Yet, I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. And I can't concentrate on anything because there's so many thoughts in there.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom.
So that's what depression and anxiety were to me. And a lot of that had to do with just not actually dealing with the problem that was at hand. I lost my mom when I was a child. My dad's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dealing with that stuff and actually facing it. And choices I made as a child. Again, would I blame a child at 12 for doing the things I did? No. You're a fucking kid. And if your fucking parents hide pop from you, but have it in the fridge constantly, what do you think's going to happen? The child's going to try to sip some sips. Just like with alcohol. If you hide alcohol in your house, or you have it in your house, and you have a teenager, you should expect them to drink some.
He's going to find it.
Yeah. It's a matter of you teach them on how to deal with it.
He's going to pour some in the glass and put a little bit of water in there. Oh, yeah. Okay,
Here's
that's the
an
right
example.
level. That's the right level.
Man, my dad was alcoholic, and he made me drink all his drinks. So I'd drink it anytime I fucking wanted it. Hated it, you know. I didn't even want none of that bullshit.
Yeah,
but I would drink it here and there. Like maybe
I wouldn't have liked it either because I didn't like the
I never
taste.
liked it.
But my dad was a pop guy, so it was more about pop in that situation. My cat comes down one day a couple years ago when she cut working for me, and there was stuff here. Cut said she dropped down. He was coming up the stairs. She looked at him, took her paw went like that, knocked off a bunch like some stuff.
Yeah.
Then tapped her paw, licked it, looked at him, was like, got up and took off. Like, you can't hide. Don't try to teach them. Like and again, a cat's not a child. They're different situations.
Yeah, a little bit different.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think my brother doesn't hide the fact that I smoke weed but we don't talk about it to him because he's 5. But if he's 12 and he's asking questions, then my brother's gonna be honest. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect my 12-year-old nephew to be able to smoke weed. Yeah, I smoked weed with with Dakota's brother, and he was like
young,
12.
Yeah.
But he's lived a completely different life.
Yeah.
His dad is the type of
he
dude
was exposed to stuff early.
a lot of
in
shit.
life.
And
Yeah.
lost his dad when he was young.
Yeah.
You know, like 9, 10, something like that. So, like, he's a different type of dude. He's older. You know?
Yeah, dude did seem mature.
Well, he's 16 now or 15 now, I think he is.
Yeah, I think I've seen him like a year ago or something.
Yeah, so he was like 14. And again, would I smoke weed? No, I would expect me to make my child like me, ignorant to the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, happy-go-lucky. Because I wouldn't, if I had a child, I would probably keep this out. But I would try to upgrade my house so I actually had a separate area.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's why I don't want to really deal with a woman with kids right now.
you're also 74. I mean, I'm fucking 30, or I'm 43, and if I was single, that's a no-go. Like,
Yeah,
I can't
it's
imagine
like
at 74.
Shit, a 40-year-old, the kid's already moved out or something.
What?
Find you a 40-year-old.
That's too old for him.
Too old? Damn. All
No,
right.
it depends on what she looked like
Yeah. See.
and how
get
flexible
young,
she was.
Right.
Oh,
There's some
Of
nice
course.
40-year-olds.
yeah, because you
Sure.
still be flexible.
I,
at 40.
I would do 40. I wouldn't do much more than that, but yeah, I'd do 40.
Jesus. You're 70. You won't even like date a 50-year-old?
No, because they
No.
because I tried that.
That's gangster.
I tried that. It didn't work because a lot of women, once they become 50, they get religious,
Oh gosh.
super
Yeah,
religious.
that would not be fun.
And I don't want
ain't going to
to.
church with you.
I don't want to compete with Jesus.
Yeah,
I'll lose every time.
Like, baby, I love you, but I gotta go do this thing for the church. I can't do that with you.
It was this chick. She was about 52 years old. Really good, really in good shape. Look really nice. Looked like she might have been maybe 39 or 40, right? And we talked on the phone 5 or 6 times. So we're gonna go out on a date. So I go to pick her up. She gets in my car and says, "Here." I'm looking at, what's this? It's a Bible. I knew then. This ain't
What?
This ain't gonna
Handed
work.
you the Bible?
A little teeny miniature one.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Like, dang, that's your
this
first
ain't gonna
date.
work.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had one date and that was it. I'm not gonna be going to church to try to get some pussy.
Hell
You understand what I'm
no.
saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either. No.
No, fuck no. God no. Come on. You,
Really?
saw my face when the dude that was marrying me started doing the shit he did. Because she told him we weren't, like, she should have gone over it more with him, but
Well, you know,
it happens.
it is what it is, and it is what it
The
takes.
same shit happened at my wedding. My cousin did the fucking thing. I'm like, dude, don't be putting no Jesus shit in there. And he did
So
anyway.
Jesus shit.
He did anyway. Oh, whatever, guy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stop you halfway through. I don't want.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to ruin things.
But when my brother, who's like evangelistic in a sense, he
loved it.
No, he knew.
Oh, okay, yeah,
He's like, yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen. Huh?
yeah.
Who was your preacher? Just a random dude?
Guy lives across the street from her mom, or used to live across the street from her mom.
Okay, yeah. That ain't so bad. Like, it was my cousin. Like, we talk like every week, like almost daily. We talk, and this motherfucker just puts that shit in there, and he knew I didn't want it. Like, you
I guess
lazy
that'd be
fuck.
like Brent, because Brent can marry people.
Yeah, he's ordained. Yeah.
Brent?
You could just go online and do it. It only costs you $40.
Dude, Chelsea was so mad that he wore those fucking jeans.
He had jeans.
Yeah, he was wearing like jean slacks. They were like, I don't fucking know.
I
They were
know.
fancy jeans.
Fancy jeans. It was nice.
I was like, what do you
It was-
expect? It's
It was
Brent.
nice. It was nice.
Yeah.
Said, what do you expect? Oh boy, oh boy.
Some men want a Christian woman, some want a pagan one, some want anyone. Mary Jane.
Somewhere, you know.
Yeah, that's true. My uncle's a heathen too. He's all about that.
Heathen.
He's all about the Thor and like Norse mythology.
Yeah.
What?
Valhalla.
My uncle likes all that Norse mythology stuff.
Valhalla.
Well, that's against religion?
If you were to say he had a religion, yeah.
That
Oh,
Viking,
wow.
that Viking thing.
I think he might tell me
Dang.
opposite in a second.
Or I shouldn't say
Oh,
Viking.
he's
Nor.
out there?
Norman.
Norse.
Yeah. I tell people I'm a Buddhist just so they leave me alone.
I'm a Hindu Buddhist.
I told my dad, because my dad had lost his job, right? Edmund Garden says he's an atheist. So he had lost his job because of the market crash, because he was drawing houses that were like $1 million houses, and that market kind of just disappeared.
Yeah, stop building them.
Yeah, and he doesn't have an actual license to draw, so he's just drawing the buildings for a guy that has a license.
Gotcha.
So
So he was a mechanical
unemployment
draftsman.
ran out.
He was a mechanical draftsman.
Yeah.
He knew how to read blueprints and all that shit.
Yeah, he could draw. He can draw. He could draw like an architect.
I
He just
studied-
never got the fucking license.
I studied that stuff in school. I used to be able to do a lot of that shit.
I'm sure he studied it in
Drafting
high
was
school.
Shitty, man.
But mathematics used to fuck me up, but now they got computers.
Yeah, you can just
You
fucking
just
punch
yeah,
that shit in and
punch
figure it
that
out.
shit in.
So I forget my point.
Yeah, drafting sucked, dude. That was like the worst class.
Yeah,
And
I
they
had,
had straight
I had
lines
drafting,
and shit.
mechanical
Oh, yeah.
drawing, blueprint reading.
So,
So I told my dad at work one day. He's working for me as a temp guy at UR.
your dad was?
Yeah, he was. He worked. They had rented a building like down the road, so
That's
they could,
crazy as
so we
fuck,
could clean
man.
some like crazy house that needed
You're
to be
your
cleaned.
dad's boss and shit.
Yeah, for a minute. There's 2 instances where
What the
that
fuck?
stuck out. 3 instances with working with him because I didn't work for. He wasn't very long. One time, we were at this place. They rented a building that didn't have the water on, so we just get water to clean stuff because we just need to clean
Yeah,
shit.
just bring a little bit.
Yeah, my dad's like, "Where's the porta potty?" I'm like, "The fuck you talking about?
Fucking nowhere.
It's a job site. You gotta have a porta potty." I'm like, "What fucking world have you been living in?
Yeah.
Like, where the
Come on,
fuck?
bro.
There's a bucket." And
Piss
then
in the corner
second
of the yard
time-
or something.
I lost it on my boss, like, not JD but Al, his fucking stupid spoiled ass piece of shit brother.
Ooh.
Oh, he's a piece of shit. He was one of those dudes that ripped everyone off in 2008. Like, he was literally one of the bankers that was just fucking people over with
yeah,
mortgages
yeah,
while
yeah.
cashing in.
Yeah.
He got fired right before the fucking shit happened.
They have a
Or
big
went
old
down.
thing going on, right? With Madison Heights.
Yeah.
Big
They
old
got-
lawsuit. They're about to go to jail or something.
Yeah, there's a possibility. Yeah, because he, supposedly JD bribed one of the officials to get,
School officials.
no, one of the, the city officials
City.
to get, like,
Like
projects or something.
yeah, permits.
City
and
council.
shit.
Not permits, actual jobs.
Oh, okay.
Get contract.
Because that's
Yeah.
how he used to do it. JD only
It
made his
was who
money.
you knew.
Because back in the day, well, he comes from St. Clair
Get like
Shores.
$1 million.
His dad owned a fucking grocery store back in the day. Like, and on top of that, he sold coke. He sold a lot of coke.
That probably helped a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Man.
he had the the video store in Clawson. They used to be in Clawson right there on Main, like by Main Street.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was there in the 80s and
Yeah.
90s.
Store.
He owned that
Oh, okay.
and sold it
You
for a
mean
ton of fucking.
Theater.
No,
Video store.
like a videotape.
It was
store.
yeah.
Yeah.
Back when
I
video,
remember that.
back when it was
Like
those
Hollywood
places could
Video.
make
Yeah.
fucking bank.
Yeah, a
Like
lot.
in that spot, that probably made probably close
God.
to $1 million a year in fucking sales because it was
Downtown.
they were making so much money.
It was
on the
booming.
main-
Yeah.
on the main road.
But-
It was booming, dude.
Get about 300 rounds
Videos, I remember
a day.
that was big time videos.
Oh yeah,
Man, that would be some good money.
it was. That's why
Figure $5 times 300 a day. Or
Blockbuster killed them.
$1,500 a day to get them.
Well, because you have to buy the movie, and the movie's expensive, and it was like, everyone could get a couple
Maybe
movies.
the movies on like $20, right?
Yeah, at that time, that's a lot of money.
Okay, yeah. But
You know
yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
then you have to get a bunch of copies of
You
it.
can only get like probably 4 to like 6 or 7 copies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
If you're
saying?
lucky Sometimes.
Yeah. Again, if you're in Clawson,
Blockbuster bought them all.
well, Blockbuster just came in and destroyed them all, like Walmart destroyed everything. They didn't buy anything. They were just like, hey, fuck it, we're gonna open up in this area and just run you out of town. Because we can
Yeah.
buy, because Blockbuster had actual deals with the movie companies,
Yeah.
so they get way more copies. Why would you go to the little place?
You know they ain't gonna have it.
So he's arguing with me about we have to. I had a bathroom at the Oak Park house that you helped me move out of. That was an old '50s bathroom, like an old '50s bathroom that was all tile all the way up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
So we had demoed the whole thing, and it was all on the ground, sitting there, and it needed to be moved out. So me and my dad went there to start moving it. Well, we got as much as we could get in, and it was fucking full. And he got mad at me because he wanted me to get it in, and I'm like, "You're fucking out your mind, dude!
What, in the trailer?
In a dumpster."
Dumpster.
Oh, dumpster, yeah. They
Yeah.
gotta come and pick that dumpster up, bro.
Yeah, like just and then we got in this big old fucking fight, and I'm like, fuck off. And then that's what kind of started my like end of working there. It's like, dude, I can't deal with you.
Yeah.
You too stupid. Because he came at me one time.
Who, Al did?
Yeah, I was drying a house, and it was a cement floor with paint on it, like sealed cement floor that had a a built workbench in this basement, right? And it had wood, and, like it was a really nice like workshop that he had built in his basement.
Gotcha.
You know, and on the bottom it was plywood shelves on the 2x4s that were off. They weren't off the ground; they were right on the ground. He goes, "How do you know it's dry in there?" Asking me these fucking questions, and again, as a person who's
Yeah, done
dry
this
shit.
For fucking a
like,
year or
I've
two.
done this for years, and I've been trained. You've actually sent me to classes to figure this out
Right.
because I pounded it. How do you know it's dry inside of there? What do you want me to do? Drill a hole in the dude's shit? Yeah. Like, it went from, okay, the shit's dry to, no, we got to go inside the wall to make sure it's dry.
Like, no, we have a meter that reads
That's the whole
through shit.
fucking point of what we're doing.
The
We're
meter reads through
like,
the
how do you know the
material.
cement's dry?
The cement don't even get dry. It stays 60% wet.
I'm like, what do you mean? How do I know it's? There's no water. They're like, I had a fan under there for 4 fucking days. If there's still standing water, I don't think we're ever gonna get rid of it. Like, I'm like, what do you? So, and then the next time, my dad, I told him I was an atheist. We're at a
Uh-oh.
job.
Oh
They're in a
shit.
job.
Yeah, we're at a job. I mean, it might have been the same fucking
But
place
he
where he
never
said,
knew.
well, I wasn't
Oh, okay,
at
so
first.
It wasn't
Because
confirmed.
this was just after I started actually changing into more of an atheist.
Dang, did you blow his mind?
He goes, no, you're not. Remember the fucking footsteps in the sand?
That's what he said?
Yeah, that's all he said. He literally said that and then
He was
walked away.
serious?
Yes.
That wasn't a joke.
That wasn't a fucking joke, dude. He's like, no, you're not. Think of the footsteps in the sand.
It
I'm
walked
like,
away. Like,
walked away.
I proved my point.
I'm like, okay, I guess I'm not.
Wow.
But I am.
I guess all the other religions are wrong, but the footsteps in the sand, that, you know.
You remember
that
that? You know what I'm
solidifies
talking
it.
about, right?
Yeah, that little story about God
Jesus,
carrying someone or
yeah.
some shit.
Fucking, because my mom, it was like something my mom had. It was like the one thing that I had when I was a kid that I got to keep when my mom died.
Oh, yeah.
Was like a plaque that had that saying on it, you know, with the footsteps. And it's like,
The footsteps.
Remember that, son? He walked away.
I do remember that, and I think about that constantly, and that don't
Yeah, that's
make
cool
me
and
think
shit.
it's better.
See,
But
That's the only problem with religion. They want you to fear something. You have to fear.
we can go to hell.
Exactly.
No, not all religions, but Christianity is definitely a lot of.
Yes, fear. Well, I can't speak for all of them. I can speak a little bit
Well,
more for
Jewish
Christianity.
people don't have hell; they have purgatory. And
That's
Muslims,
even worse, it sounds like.
no, it's
Just
not.
the-
Hell is permanent,
Purgatory just sounds bad.
but purgatory is
That's the word.
temporary.
This might be purgatory
Could
that
be.
we're in right now.
Could be.
This could very well
Yeah,
be
that's what I was
purgatory.
What if it's a
thinking,
jail?
Shoot.
That's what I
The next
mean.
place gotta be better than
What if
this.
this is in the
A
future?
prison
No,
planet.
but what if it? No, not even the planet. What if in the future,
Prison.
this is how we imprison people? We make them because we're able to get in their lives, and we make them live out
Take
lives.
their microchip out and throw it in a human.
No. Think about enlightenment. Like think about Hindus. Hindus believe that over time as you get better, you make your stages through life. You
Yeah,
die, you
exactly.
come back a better
Rebirth,
person,
and
and then
you
you
get-
come back a better person, and so
Or
on.
you
And to the
say
point
it's
where
Unless you don't learn.
Yeah, you say it's
You,
same
you,
stage, or
you,
go backwards.
you have to
Yeah,
learn.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
and then you're enlightened, right?
Right.
What if we're in a prison of the future where that's what they do? Because again, this is Black Mirror shit.
We gotta get
All right.
out, man. We gotta get out.
There's a Black Mirror episode where it's a dating app that as soon as you walk in the room, it does 1,000 simulations instantly of what happens between putting you two in the two people that are couples in a fucking place and seeing if they work out there.
Yeah.
And if it works out 199% of the time, 999 times, then it's a match.
They're good for each other.
Yeah. What if that's what prison is in the future? Is you're basically just not reliving your life, but living a life, like a simulation life, to teach you lessons, so that you, and maybe you are you in the thing, and you're just living a life in the distant past to kind of get you to learn, and then you just die. You learn. Maybe you come back differently. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's a game.
But do you see the thing that I'd be thinking about is, okay, so I die. If I learn something, that means I'm gonna go to a higher plane, or just a different plane.
Maybe the same, just learn something different.
Or do you come back to the same place over and over again until you get
I
a
don't
certain
know.
amount
A
of
Buddhist,
knowledge?
A Buddhist believes there's only the moment. So
The now.
the now.
The now. That's what they believe.
And then when I was going through because
There's
remember
no
when I
past, there's no future.
first met you, I was here, and I was basically just I didn't even have a fucking bed. I was using air mattresses.
Yeah.
But I remember waking up and like,
Here.
what if that, because that's a theory in my head. What if when you die you just wake up
Mm-hmm.
and you're just in a
Possibility.
different life, and you
Possibility.
wouldn't know. You just wake up in that
You'd be like,
moment.
that was a crazy dream.
But
Yeah,
oh, so that's the simulation right there, man.
could be.
Yeah, that's what that is. That's what we're in. It's a simulation. Believe me when I tell you. All this shit out here, it's not real. None of it.
It hurts like it's real.
What if it's a movie?
Only
set?
because they taught you what hurt was.
No, you teach.
Only
yourself,
because they taught you what hurt
teach
was.
yourself what hurt is.
No, you don't.
What do you mean?
Man.
No, you
gotta let
don't.
go of everything. Just be Buddhist, like you're saying. Just
No,
let
you
go of
don't.
everything. Let it
It's a
come,
blank
let it go.
slate. You don't know what pain is.
Fuck
You don't know what
these
pleasure is. It's a blank state.
No, you know pain from your.
No, you don't.
From
You
your
don't know.
nerves.
You don't even know words yet.
Right. So
This cat's over here looking for weed.
Check it. Say, what's up,
Really?
fellas?
Yeah. Acting all cool and shit. Nah, we know what's up.
I wonder if they get elevated.
you know they do. They wouldn't be in here if they didn't. They would.
Yeah, why would you always be eating it and shit if you
Yeah.
didn't like it?
Well,
and get
she
something
eats
off
it. Yeah. It's more about like
It
she'll.
don't taste good.
No.
That shit's peppery. I've eaten weed.
Well, but they got different taste buds.
Yeah, maybe they like it.
Because catnip probably don't taste good either.
No,
but
it's probably a lot like that.
they go crazy over it. Most cats, not all cats, but most cats go crazy over that shit.
When we first got Smokey,
Yeah, he used to throw that shit in the window.
little, he was tiny, so they were little tiny things, right? And like the second day, I think it was, he ate something, some edible. He either ate a bud
Yeah.
or something, because he
I
was just,
remember that. You guys
Dude.
were all freaked out.
he was losing his like
He was.
falling.
Was he
like,
doing this shit?
Yeah, he fall.
Yeah.
Like he was trying to drink in the bowl.
It's
and
like
he
they can't-
literally fell into it.
It's like they can't hold their head up either.
Yeah. So he goes, I go to pick him up, and he goes limp. Like limp. I'm like, oh my god, this motherfucker just died on me.
Yeah, he was fucked up.
And then
Yeah.
he wakes up about halfway up. And again, it's the second day, so we're not like we are now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
He was like, what the fuck? And freaked out and then fell on his face. Because he couldn't get back to his feet.
Fucked up.
Yeah.
He been eating that weed since a little one.
Evans Garden's cat always wants dabs in his face.
He told me a dab.
Hate is for the weak, my uncle says.
Told me a dab, my man.
It's not for the weak. It's
What is
just
for the week?
hate.
Oh.
I mean, I agree you shouldn't hate people, but I'm telling you, man, I can.
What do you mean, but?
He's fucking
There's no
weird.
but.
You've been in pain before, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Now, you may be just a better person in the sense of dealing with pain than some people are.
Maybe.
I can understand
Maybe.
how being in pain all the time can change your perception. Or being hungry.
Or
Just being hungry alone can make you hate somebody.
What are
hate
you
somebody?
talking about, bro?
If you don't have food, you're going to hate the person that has it.
Are you?
No.
Or if you're hungry as fuck and they're not giving you
You're not
anything,
gonna hate
if
them.
you feel like you're going to starve, it's not a hate.
Well,
in a
I've
sense-
never been to that point.
Well,
Right?
I've never been to that point.
I always have potato chips or something.
that's how people kill people. And again, it's not a hate.
Oh, I
in a
mean,
sense of
hunger is a motherfucker. I'm
But-
sure it is.
You'll make yourself kill someone.
I mean, I've been
Obviously,
hungry.
If you kill someone, you hate them.
I've been hungry before, but I knew I was gonna eat eventually. So you know what I mean. It wasn't like, oh, I'm never gonna eat again. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, I'd be out there eating them or killing a squirrel or something out back. Shit. I'm gonna eat something.
I get it.
Fuck. I ain't gonna kill no people.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well,
I probably am.
the crazy thing going on here right now to me is these between 14 and 20-year-old mass murderers. What's going on?
Oh, that's the deal with, again.
Because we're not allowed to hit our kids no more.
No
That's
hope.
what happens. You need to hit these motherfuckers.
When you were Hold on.
Discipline does have a lot
when
to
you
do
were
with it.
18 years old,
They ain't afraid of shit. They're all fucking little spoiled bitches.
how many job, again, maybe not you,
What were you gonna ask me? When I was 18, what happened?
like,
You
I'm assuming the
stoner-ass
world
cat.
was more positive in the sense of
Stoner.
you could still go get a good job.
It was no.
Not
no.
for you, maybe not for you.
It
but
wasn't
you-
positive, but it was milder.
There's no, like...
It wasn't positive by any stretch of the imagination. You know, unless you're living a leave it to Beaver life.
Out Birmingham.
Other than that, it's fucked up.
I mean, GM was hiring. Ford
Later,
was hiring.
later,
When you were 18, they weren't hiring? That's the 50s and 60s.
They started
was their
hiring-
biggest boom.
I'm gonna tell you when they started hiring. They started hiring the day after the riots.
68, 67 or whatever.
Yep. The day after, it was unemployment everywhere. They burned up a few buildings here and there, and they told every Ford Motor Company said anybody that comes down to the boulevard, it used to be a hospital on the boulevard near 12th Street. Anybody that comes down there and gets a checkup, Ford Motor Company would hire you.
Dang.
I got down there
You got a
at
job.
5:30 in the morning. When I got down there, it was about 500 or 600 people already in line.
Like that.
Yeah, dude.
Because that's a life-changing job.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course, and all those people knew that.
Again, and most of them are uneducated.
I wouldn't say that. I'd say maybe
When I say
Maybe a
uneducated-
quarter of
hold
them
on,
were.
Hold on. When I say uneducated, I mean uneducated in the sense of... Because now uneducated means you didn't go to college.
well back then.
Because you can go to high school and it doesn't mean anything anymore.
Well, see, back
Your
then, a high
diploma
school
is
diploma
irrelevant.
was good enough for most
That's
jobs.
my point.
Yeah.
A
For most
diploma's
jobs.
not worth anything anymore. So if you're uneducated, it just means you got through high school. You do bare minimum.
Yeah, but see, skilled trades and laborers were in demand. Somebody had to shovel the shit, carry it in the wheelbarrow, and you
That's
know,
basic high school shit.
yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need a college.
But that's still life changing, even at a high school level.
Well, they were paying good. It was paying.
That's my point.
When I was
They're
in
not
high,
doing that.
when I was in high school, in the summer months, I'd work with my dad in construction. I was bringing home like $400 a week. Back then,
Back then, well, you could buy a car for like.
man, I went and
$2,000.
bought me a '66 Mustang Fastback High Performance.
Mm-hmm.
I had money in my pocket all the time,
Right.
all the time.
And then in the 80s happened, and they took away the
Inflation,
power of
bro,
the fucking
inflation.
people.
The '80s,
Inflation is just a way for rich people to rip off poor people.
yeah, of
Because the only
course.
thing that's
Of course it
affected by it
is.
is the shit that is controlled by literally 3 people.
That Federal Reserve bullshit.
Food's gone up. Well, you have 5 companies control most of the food in this
That-
country, so
But that Fed bullshit, the Fed, they need to
about
kick all them motherfuckers in the ass.
they still get profits like crazy.
But-
Need to
Federal
kick
Reserve?
all them motherfuckers need to be kicked right in the
They don't
ass.
even work for the government though.
No,
They're above
it's
the
a
government.
privately owned company,
Yeah, they're
man.
above the
And
government.
how are they setting everything up?
Because they got all the money.
They print the money. It's theirs.
Yeah.
We gave all our gold to the fucking Fed.
Word.
Simulation.
I
I tell you,
Man, it's a shitty
this shit is-
simulation.
Of course, well, not for everybody.
Yeah.
Not for everybody, for a very large portion of us.
Well, that's how it's gotta be.
They're winning. We're losing.
It's not even about winning and losing, because not again.
No.
How are you gonna win a game?
But
How-
it's set up.
hold on, if
It's not-
if you
it's
play
a
a
race.
baseball game and it's like starts already, you're 100 down. The chance of you ever winning that game, yeah, you may win that game one time out of a million. or 2.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe take 10.
10 million.
There might be that perfect game where you guys hit 101 home runs and you stop them from scoring every
Yeah.
fucking time.
Shut them out.
See, this country is built upon war and just fucked up shit.
Mm-hmm.
Greed, a lot of greed.
Yeah, it's built on people not wanting to pay taxes for the shit that they
That
had.
too. That you're right.
We're gonna fight a war for you, and we don't want to pay for it. It's the same as the people now. They want roads. They want all this shit. Like my dad, a porta-john, but they don't actually want to fucking pay for it. They think that it's just gonna magically appear by
Well, you know, this is a capitalist society, and that's how it goes.
I know. It's not a capitalist society. It's a cronyism society.
yeah.
We don't live in capitalist society. If we lived in a capitalist society, it'd probably be a little bit better.
Well, a capitalist society can only exist
No.
if you have a lot of poor people. That's the only way it can work.
No, not
Yes.
necessarily.
Yes.
Yeah, we need the workers, man.
Yes.
You do need workers.
You
but
can't-
You can
you
still
can't-
fucking have them. They can still have a good life.
You can't compare the United States to any other country in the world.
Again,
We're a completely different
you
animal.
think it's capitalism. I think it's not. I think it's something different.
Oh, I see you, the sweetie. You just the sweetest little
Freak
thing.
show, man. We got the front row seat.
Okay, maybe it's capitalism for us, but for everyone up top, it's socialism. They get their fucking shit bailed out every single time. Every time they fuck up, they get something to help them fix it. But everybody down and below is fighting for that fucking 1% that's left.
Because we're stupid. We let the shit
It's
happen.
not stupid. It's not
No,
a choice. How do I make a choice
Because
to change that?
because he's got us all divided. If
Who?
we,
No, yeah, I get that.
Exactly. If we all just got together.
yes,
Fuck this
and worked
bullshit,
as
get the
one.
fuck out of there. We're putting this guy.
We
in.
could-
We tried that, and there's a bunch of white. Again, it goes back to
We
you have to
ain't
get
tried
rid of the.
nothing. When have the whole country ever been together? When have we tried that?
We haven't.
Never.
Never.
Ain't gonna happen.
Because they keep us divided.
Yeah. You
And we
might be
keep
like,
falling
you guys
for
have
that
different
bullshit.
Values. You
Oh,
can't
he's a
combine.
different color. He's a different religion.
Again.
He lives up north. He lives down south. Fuck all that
What do
shit.
you- what do
it's
I-
like when I lived in
Fuck
Alaska.
all that.
It's like when I lived in Alaska. Yeah, all this negative thing to say about, they call it the lower 48. And it was
Yeah.
negative, and Alaska's the best, and you know, I mean, yeah, Alaska's beautiful and all that, but I mean, we're all Americans, motherfucker. What are you talking about?
No, we're all human.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
there
the
shouldn't
problem.
even be no borders.
Oh.
There
man.
shouldn't be borders. There shouldn't be. We should just be human and work to make sure that the person that
That
lives
everybody
on the other
eats.
side of the planet.
Everybody eats
Yeah,
and has a roof over their head.
there's enough food and technology now to start that, and we won't because it doesn't make the people that run shit money. Because they think money's still important. How is money more important than food?
And water, clean water.
Clean water,
Clean air and
Clean
food.
air, yeah.
land.
The only way we're gonna get all that is to do this shit globally.
I mean, think of Flint. When all those factories were up there and they're doing all that shit, they knew that shit was fucking up the river. There's no way you can't know that you're putting this shit in the river and it's fucking it
Of course
up.
they know.
But they're like, yeah, fuck it, we'll do it for
We'll-
20 years and then we'll just leave.
No, no, we'll pay for it later. They all pay for it
No, they
later.
left.
Before they
like
left,
6 million, but they made like
Yeah.
67
exactly,
billion.
exactly.
So they
It's,
don't give a
it's, it's
fuck
like
about the 6
asbestos.
million.
You know,
Well,
Those
they didn't
people-
know, they didn't.
those people
They're
knew
paying
that
out
they
still.
knew that shit would fuck people up, and they made trillions of dollars.
I don't
They
think they
suits
knew it
out of
until
that
after
shit.
the fact.
Oh no, they knew. It.
Asbestos has been.
No.
I'm pretty
Just
sure.
like the
No.
cigarette guys didn't know they were bad for you. They
No,
did
no,
the
no, no,
studies.
no,
You have to
They
do
did the
research.
studies.
Whenever you present a new product into an American society, you have to do research.
Hold on.
You have to show research
No,
papers.
you're talking about a different time. Asbestos is back in the late 1800s, and it was a different world. They just used shit like heroin to cure fucking coughs.
If they
They
didn't,
didn't check that shit. There was
if
no-
they didn't know that it was bad for you, why are people suing them and why are they paying?
because
Right.
over
Billions
time,
of
hold on,
dollars.
So
Stop.
there had to have been some studies
No.
at some point.
Just like with lead, when they put lead in the oil, it's the same thing. They found out over time that it was bad for them. They learned, hey, by the way, these are causing cancers because the cancers weren't happening
They
right
knew
away.
That shit too, and we just weren't suing people back then. Otherwise, they would have got sued too.
Hold on.
You know what I mean? For all the lead in the fucking gas.
But see,
If
No,
did
no, no,
sue
no.
they
them,
have
go
a
back.
parachute.
Hold on, that
They-
was a big thing.
They have a parachute. They always have that parachute there, where they can deny.
Plausible deniability.
There you go.
Like, we're cool.
But you had an actual part of the government, a big part of the government that almost stopped it from being taken out of the stuff. Like there was a big section fighting, just like with cigarettes.
Yeah,
there was
the
a
lead
big
lobbyists.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck?
Exactly, like the cigarette lobbyists and the alcohol lobbyists and the marijuana lobbyists.
Man.
All that shit's always a lobbyist.
Why?
Who made? Yeah, exactly.
Why,
Why do we
motherfuckers?
need
Just
lobbyists?
get them out of there.
Exactly.
Just do shit what's
It's
right for
it's
the-
like pharmaceutical
do what's
representatives.
right for the
Same
people,
shit.
man.
Same shit.
So simple. Fuck the lobbyists. Get them out. Do what's right for the people and say, y'all just fucking handle it. Like, we're here doing a job. I don't give a fuck about your profits.
But it's never gonna happen in this
We're about to
society.
do what's right for the planet.
Until it's doomsday, it's never gonna happen in this society.
Doomsday. That's like yesterday, bro.
Because I'm gonna take.
1850s.
What about the 1850s?
That's when asbestos was being large scale industry began in mid 19.
All I gotta do is give it to some mice for 2 weeks and see them motherfuckers.
Yeah, but
You're
they-
talking about the 1850s. They
Bro,
didn't know that
but
shit.
Wait a minute, dude.
They know how to do
The people that
experiments.
were working in the factories making that shit were dropping like flies.
Yeah,
That's how they found out it was
100%.
fucked up. That's how they found out.
Hold on.
The motherfucking workers started dropping like flies.
Yeah, but they dropped like flies from everything.
Yeah, but
In
they knew. They knew.
Daisy, stop it.
They had a good
Jumping
idea.
all over.
They had a good idea of what was going on, but they were making so much money.
Yeah, too much money.
Until the public
Can't care
finds
about a
out,
couple
we're
deaths.
gonna boost this money up till the public finds out, and then we'll pay off later on.
And it keeps happening. It's like a simulation.
There you go.
Fucking every time.
The United States remains one of the few developed countries to not completely ban asbestos.
Yeah, it was still in our brake pads, not even like
Not that
5
long
years
ago.
ago or
Yeah,
something.
not that long
10
ago.
years ago, I don't know.
Not that long ago.
Right, we were breathing it in not long ago.
Okay, 1899 was first noted. The first documented death related to asbestos was 1906.
Okay.
Dude, that's pretty soon.
And you said it
after-
was invented in.
Yeah,
in-
1890
1850s.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So.
okay.
1850s when they found that they could use it for all kinds of different
So
things.
that's like 60 years.
Right. People have been
still-
dropping dead all along
And
the
then
way
we were still using it until, well, still today.
until enough people died.
Yeah.
After enough people died, they said, "Wait a minute, what's going on here?"
This is crazy. It must be this asbestos bullshit.
100,000 people have died or are terminally ill in America.
100,000. It was that shit was all in my school, yo. It was wrapping all the fucking.
Since the 30s.
Oh,
So,
yeah, they-
hold on. So they knew
I'm
from the
gonna die.
30s on. That's
I'm
what the
gonna fucking
documentation
die, bro.
shows. Is in the late 70s.
They just sue my school.
They knew the danger since the 30s, and that's why it became. So yeah, I'm not saying again. Same with lead. You're right. There was companies out there. Same with carbon we have now with oil.
Yeah, you know, like I said, they were making goo gobs of money, and they wanted to keep making goo gobs of money.
Gravy train rolling, baby.
That's right. Keep that train rolling, rolling down the track.
Super cheap
Gravy
fucking
train.